My name is Kamal, Alao Ashimiyu, and today we are starting our webinar, which is the Academic and Career Development Series. This webinar is hosted by the Young and Gifted International, which we are now the Young and Gifted Youth Development Initiative, and it is proudly supported by Affinity Innovative Hub in Ilorin. This webinar, like I said, is going to be a series, and the brief outline of what we are going to be talking about today is talking about the two hosts that make this happen. The YaGYDi, that is the Young and Gifted Youth Development Initiative, Affinity Innovative Hub. Then we'll now be picking the topic one after the other. Today we'll be starting with the how to study, and there is no one way to study effectively in any academic environment. So what this means is that how to study. Under this, we are going to have some topics to be discussed, and thereafter, we move on and move on and move on until we'll be getting to the networking aspects. We network with each other and we form a very big community. When we form this big community, the essence of this community is to make sure that we achieve our academic success and we are proud of ourselves. So, a brief introduction about the Young and Gifted Youth Development Initiative. The Young and Gifted Youth Development Initiative is a youth-focused non-profit organization that have the aim of empowering the young people across Africa and the diaspora, that is anywhere around the world. The organization was founded about 2 years ago by three set of people: Kamal, Ashimiyu, Afis Balogun, and Fumbi Adebayo. So the organization has metamorphosized from the Young and Gifted International to the Young and Gifted Youth Development Initiative. So at Y&G, we believe that youth are not just the future leaders. We believe that they are the leaders of today, and as well they are the change maker. So through different form of mentorship, awareness, training, and advocacy, we guide students, corpers, and young graduates that are transitioning from their NYSC into their new job, from one job to the other, in order for them to, identify their potential and become impact-driven citizen. So, if you decide to become a member of the Young and Gifted Youth Development Initiative today, it is going to be a plus to us and to you as well. So, we welcome you to be one of our member. Okay. Uh, Moving forward, Affinity Innovation Hub. Affinity Innovation Hub is a co-work space that is in the process. So it's about 70% completion now. The Affinity Innovation Hub is located at Tanke Okyodo in Ilorin. Okay. Affinity is designed to bridge the gap between education and career opportunity, whereby the hub will offer digital and virtual learning spaces, career and academic mentorship, soft skill training, and a library space, as well as a well equipped podcast studio. And in all of this, is going to give us the opportunity to have all in one accessible and a youth friendly co-work space, which is coming soon. Very soon, you're going to have access to that. Most especially people that are students, let's say people that are within the Tanke Okodo area. Affinity Innovation Hub will be the physical heartbeat of the Young and Gifted International. They'll be helping to translate some of the activities of Y&G, GD, and their mission for people to see. So, why is it necessary for us to have a step by step guide in order for us to study effectively? Now, According to Donlowski, he said, effective studies refer to a strategic use of techniques and habits to enhance our learning, retentive memory, and academic performance. But this is different from passive reading or a kind of rote memorization. Effective study involve active engagement. We engage all our mind into whatever we are doing, most especially the content that we are going through, in order for us to set our goal, space the kind of repetition, and test ourselves. At the end of the day, it's going to result to a kind of a self-reflective learning. Okay, now World Bank has been funding different kind of academic and learning program. So in their own emphasis, they talked about quality learning method that are directly linked to improve academic outcome and employability. You see, when you talk about effective learning, here the World Bank is telling you that it is going to improve your quality of learning, it is going to improve your academic outcome and give you high employability chances, most especially among the youth in the developing region. Because most of us, we want to look for opportunities immediately after school. Are we prepared for those opportunities? Now, Cambridge University in 2021, in some of their research, they found out that students who use structured study schedules are self-regulated techniques, they outperform their peers instead of them cramming, or doing a kind of a last minute revision. What this means is that when you study effectively with a kind of a guide by maybe a mentor or a career guidance, it is going to help you in your learning process. Now, once again, why is this process very important? Number one, it is very important because there is increasing, global competition, and academic and career demand are high now worldwide. If you are not ready to compete, I don't think it will be easy for you to achieve anything that you want to achieve. It is also very important because it will help you in your long life learning. Learning will be easy for you as well as it will enhance your learning outcome. Okay, that is why it is very important for us to make sure that we learn effectively and we use that process to develop our learning while we are in our academic environment. So today we are going to be talking about different steps of effective learning. The first step is you need to set effective study goal for yourself. If you want to learn effectively, for you to have a very good outcome, you need to set an effective study goals for yourself. Now, how do you go about this? The first thing you need to do is to make sure that you understand the subject. Why is it that in a class of about 50 students, the same lecturer come to the class to take us as students, and when the results come out, we have different grades? Because we have different level of understanding of the subjects. So knowing what you are studying and why you are studying it can improve your focus and motivation. Okay. The second thing you need to do is to break down your goals. Make sure that your goals are flexible. They are goals that, okay, you can move around. They are not complex. If you divide your goal into smaller targets, it makes it easy for you to manage your time and achieve your goal. The third thing in this first step is for you to set specific targets for yourself. Now, what is your target? You're studying banking and finance. The first time the lecturer had just introduced you to the concept of banking and finance. It might not even be the concept of banking and finance. Whatever the lecturer must have introduced you to, you must have your target for that day lecture. So having specific targets provide clarity and direction. Okay. Then step two, you need to create a study schedule for yourself. If you create a study schedule for yourself, it will help you in a very long way. Now, how do you do this? You do a break time study. Okay, when you have a break time study, like you don't just sit and study for 5 hours. No, if you do this, it's going to enhance your focus and your retention process. Okay, and this will help you to break through into whatever you are learning. Second thing that you need to do here is to prioritize your subjects. As a student, we need to know our weakness and our strength. In a particular course, I'll still be using accounting as an example. Maybe the uh, ledger is the area where you are having issue to prepare ledger. That has shown to you that you have a weakness in that aspect. What do you do? Try and make sure you spend more time in understanding what ledger is all about, how to prepare ledger. Then in your class, you see people that are doing well, you reach out to them to put you through, aside from your lecturer, because your peers can come down to your level of understanding. Okay. Then the third thing that you need to do is, if you have a structured calendar for your learning process, it will provide clear overview of the study that you have just scheduled for yourself. You will not just wake up today, I want to read biology and a topic in biology, or tomorrow I want to do statistics. Statistics is very complex. Which topic in statistics do you want to study? So if you have a calendar as a student of 100 level, or you are doing your MSc, you know this course you are studying, you know all your courses outlined, you know all the topics you want to do, you structure them out. When you structure them out, put them into the calendar, and you know what you are reading in the morning of Monday, you know what you are reading in the afternoon of Monday, and you know what you are, playing around with at night before you go to bed. If this is going to be difficult for you, you can also use app. App will offer you a kind of a digital convenience, and it will remind you if you forget to look at your calendar. The app will just, you know, remind you about whatever you have in your calendar. You can also plan your reading process. When you plan your reading process, you can have a corner in your house, a corner in your room, just a plain paper. In this plain paper, you get like three different, let's say multiple colors of marker. You do a kind of a visual board, when you visualize whatever you want to learn and you track them one after the other, it helps to increase your retentive memory as well. Now, step three. Here, we'll be talking about creating a focused study space. It is not in every environment that learning are conducive. If we want to learn effectively, we need to consider the environment we want to study. Is the environment comfortable? Do you have a chair or a seat that is very, comfortable for you to sit? Are there distractions? How about the lightning? How quiet is the place? These four factors are very important for you to consider before you can set that goal of, like having a space that is conducive for you to have your focus study. Now, while I was preparing some of my slides, and at the time, some of my lecturers have also mentioned what Robert Kiyosaki have said, and I'm going to put that to you here as well. You see, your future is created by what you do today, not what you do tomorrow. Whatever we do today, we too will remember whatever we do today. But what we want to do tomorrow, we've not even done it yet. But whatever we are doing today is what we are going to look back tomorrow and be referring ourselves to it. So the best thing is for us to just go out there to study smart, dream very big, and never stop believing in the power of our potentials. Okay. So It is not possible for us to start this session today and finish everything today. So it's going to be a step by step, and that is why we have this webinar as a series. Okay. So this is a task for everybody.